Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. So today I have a very exciting video for you guys today. So I'm going to go over my top, 25 films from the 70s. There was a community challenge put out there by Tim Talks Talkies. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to do my top 25 horror films from the 70s. I do have a few regular non-horror favorite 70s films in my collection, but I don't have a lot because the 70s isn't like my biggest favorite era of movies. But then again, I haven't seen a lot of them either, so that might change over time. But for today, I'm going to show you my top 25 horror films from the 70s. I'm going to start off with 3 honorable mentions. This one's not necessarily a horror film, although it is, they consider it a horror film. To me, it's more of a dramatic thriller. And that's from 1976, and that is Massacre at Central High. I can't show you the back, it's got some nudity on it, but yeah, it is like a murder mystery type movie as well. This is the steelbook that Synapse put out. There is a regular release of it as well. Can't show you like I said, I can't show you the back of the slip because it's got some nudity on it, but really enjoyed this one. So that's my 28th film. For number 27, we have a Vinegar Syndrome release from 1972. That is a film by John Ferris, and that is Dear Dead Delilah. This is a really strange, it's another one of those whodunit type movies. It's about this girl who murders her mother 30 years ago. She comes back and she's released from the mental hospital, and that she's changed. But yeah, so really enjoyed that one, so I'll recommend that one. And then my last honorable mention is a 70s horror anthology. I believe it's a British horror anthology, From Beyond the Grave. This is from 1973. It's got Peter Cushing, Donald Pleasance, David Warner, Leslie Ann Down. So a really good anthology. I think it's 3 stories. I remember being at least 3 stories, so it's been a while since I've seen it, but I enjoyed that one. So those are my honorable mentions. So let's get into my actual list. It was kind of hard, kind of difficult, because I have a lot of 70s horror films out there that I enjoy. There's quite a few I haven't watched yet either, so this list may change in the future. Not the top 10, but the bottom part. So currently at number 25, we have from 1971, we have Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Again, this is more about this girl. She's released from an institution from suffering from a nervous breakdown. She's secluded in a home in Connecticut to make her recovery complete. Sorry, it's been a while since I've seen this film, but I remember really enjoying it. And then she just goes like completely insane after that, starts seeing things and whatnot. So yeah, that was pretty good. That was a good one. So number 24, I enjoy this director overall. Some of his films are not the best. A lot of people say that though. So at number 24 from 1979, we have The Brood by David Cronenberg. I found this movie, I wouldn't necessarily say boring, but toward the end it gets really good. So that's probably why I put it on my list. So we have The Brood. What was that? Number 23. This one's really a good French film. So we have Don't Deliver Us from Evil from 1971. It's about these 2 girls. They meet at a convent, and they decide to spend their summer together, and then they decide that they don't want to be part of the church anymore and they want to do their own thing. And then they decide to, yeah, I'm not going to give it away, but this is a really good movie. So, highly recommend it from Mondo Macabro. Number 22, we have a classic film that some people in the horror community don't appreciate. I get it, but I grew up with it, so that's why it's on my list. So at number 22, we have from 1979, we have the original Phantasm. The old man just creeps me out, and he also shares his birthday with me, so that's even better. So, Phantasm, Reggie Bannister, Angus Scrum. This is directed by Don, can never pronounce his last name right, Coscarelli. And then, of course, you can't forget the ball with the spikes. That was number 20, 22, 21. This one's a really good whodunit. From 1976, we have Alice, Sweet Alice. This is Brooke Shields' first film, although she's not in it for very long. But anyway, so directed by Alfred Soleil. I forget who the actor is that played Alice. What is her name? I know it wasn't Brooke Shields because she played her sister in the movie. It's gonna bother the hell out of me. I'm sorry, guys. Gotta open the packet here. Alice was played by Paula Shepherd. Yeah, Paula Shepherd. So, Alice, Sweet Alice. If you guys have seen that, let me know in the comments below. Remember, I used to have the old Anchor Bay DVD, and then when this was released, I upgraded to the Blu-ray. Put out by Arrow. Maybe they'll do a 4K at some point. Who knows? But for right now, keeping that in the collection. Number 20, from Dario Argento. You'll see him a couple times in this list. We have The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. This was probably my first film I watched by him. A lot of people start with like Suspiria or Deep Red or stuff like that. But this is the first film I watched by him, and I really enjoyed this film. It's very, very creepy. This is from 1970. I believe, yeah, it's a giallo. This was his first film. Yeah, this is his first giallo film, from what it says on the back there. Alright, so number 19, we have a film that makes you hate mannequins. This is Tourist Trap from 1979, correct? Yeah, 1979. Yeah, look at that. Nightmare fuel right there. Yeah. I remember the first time watching this. I think it was on TV, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that scene where she goes into that room, and then this just starts getting really strange. Yeah. 18. We have Burnt Offerings from 1976. Really good cast on this one. Burgess Meredith, Karen Black, Oliver Reed, Betty Davis. Can't go wrong. Really creepy. It's about a vacation house of horrors. Hang on, I'm always losing my count. 17. Yeah, number 17. We have a classic film, Wes Craven's first film, Last House on the Left. I know a lot of people don't like this film due to it's the what's going on in the film. But again, I remember watching this at an early age, thinking, I thought it was going to be a straight up horror film, which it is. But I wasn't thinking it was going to be the way it played out. But that ending, though, those guys got what they deserved. Number 16 is like an Exorcist ripoff from Italy, but I enjoyed this film probably more than I should. We have Beyond the Door from 1974. Like I said, this is Italy's attempt to jump on the whole possession craze of the early 70s. This is directed by, I'm going to butcher this guy's name. Ovidio G. Asonitis. Yeah, because he also jumped on the bandwagon of like when Jaws came out. He did like Tentacles and Piranha too. So yeah, but I enjoyed that scene where everything just starts flying off the walls and everything. That was crazy. All right, so that was 15. Number 14. You can't have this film. I said you can't have Friday the 13th Part 2 if you didn't have this film because of reasons. Bay of Blood from 1971, I believe. It doesn't say on this. I looked it up before I did the video. 1971. This is a Bava film. This is, again, another giallo. You guys probably remember that artwork as opposed to this artwork. This is a region-free disc put out by Arrow Video. You guys will like that one. That's the other title of the film, Bloodbath. But I've always known it as A Bay of Blood. So really good there. Number 13 is a TV movie from 1974. I gotta thank Cool Duder for this one. He actually introduced me to it. I watched his videos way back when. I had the DVD for a while, and then Warner Archive put out a Blu-ray, so I picked that up, and that is Bad Ronald. This movie's crazy. It's about this kid who has an incident with a neighborhood girl, accidentally kills her, so he goes into hiding in a room, in a secret room, and nobody can find him, and then his family moves out, and he's still hiding in the house, or in a neighboring house or whatever. These people move in, and they find out that he's living behind like the it's not the floorboards, but it's like the sideboards. This movie's crazy. So if you guys ever want to check out Bad Ronald, I recommend that. Okay, that was 13. 12. This movie's creepy as hell. I enjoyed this film. It's about like a haunted apartment complex, but only this lady only sees the new neighbors, but they're not new neighbors. They're just ghosts. This is The Sentinel from 1977. Great cast here as well. Chris Sarandon, John Carradine, Jose Ferrer. Again, Burgess Meredith is in this one as well. Deborah Raffin. It's a Michael Winner film. Highly recommend that. Okay. Number 11. It's been a while since I've seen this one, but I definitely remember it pretty well. From 1974. It's got a couple of different names. It's called Devil Times 5, Horrible House on the Hill. I think there's another one, but I forget the name of it off the top of my head. But it's about 5 kids crawl from the wreckage of a deadly van accident in a snowy canyon. They seek shelter in a secluded mountaintop winter home occupied by a rich businessman and his friends. Strange mishaps occur and the group is stranded without electricity and telephones. So the kids aren't who they seem to be, as you can probably tell from the synopsis there. And yeah, this film stars Leif Garrett, Sorrel Book, and Shelley Morrison. So really good cast there. Guess I'm in my top 10 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 11. So that was 12. Wait, Yeah. Anyway, number 11, gotta go with the original Alien from 1979. Really gotta get that 4K. I will be getting the 4K of Aliens here pretty soon. Yeah, you can't forget that whole chest busting scene from the first film. Obviously, the first film was like more of a horror one. Everything else was more sci-fi, but yeah. And of course, Sigourney Weaver killed it in that movie. All right, top 10. Yeah, top 10. Gotta go with the original Texas Chainsaw. You can't go wrong with some Leatherface action. I know they get sillier on the way down, like part 2. 3 was good. 4 was... Anyway, yeah. Part 1, always classic. I do have the 4K somewhere in that mess over there, but I went ahead and get the 5 discs Blu-ray set. Or 2 Blu-rays and 3 DVDs. Yeah. From Dark Sky Films. Alright, number 9. From Argento, we have Suspiria. A lot of people think this movie's overrated, but not me. I think it's fantastic. So, especially the color schemes that he did back in the, what was it, 1977. Yeah, this is the 2-disc Blu-ray set. I know there's a 4K out there. I'll get it eventually, but for right now, I'll take that. Number 9. From 1979. Wait, is it 1979? 78. 1978. We have the original Dawn of the Dead. This is the... I don't know, I forget how many discs are in here. This is the Ultimate Edition put out by Anchor Bay. I don't have the Blu-ray. It's always ridiculously priced. I still need to pick up that second sight box set. But for right now, Dawn of the Dead. Coming in at number 7, this is a very underrated film. Not a lot of people know about it. I always recommend it in my top lists. 1976, starring a very, very young Jodie Foster. We have The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane. Also stars Martin Sheen, Scott Jacoby, and Alexis Smith. Nicholas Gessner directed this. Awesome movie. Highly recommend it. Alright, number 6. This one started the whole slasher craze from the 70s. We have Black Christmas, the original Black Christmas. This is a Bob Clark film who went on to do Christmas Story. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, Death Dream, so far and so forth. Can't go wrong with Olivia Hussey, Margaret Kidder, and John Saxon. Really good cast there. Alright, my top 5. Of course, we have to have Carrie. Can't go wrong with some Stephen King in your 70s, top 70s horror films. Brian De Palma film from 1976. Yeah, what can I say about this film that hasn't been said before? Sissy Spacek kills it as Carrie. You know, you got John Travolta, Piper Laurie, and so far and so forth. Alright, top 4 films. So at number 4, I have the original Amityville horror. I do have the 4K. I just got to get this room organized. So for right now, I'm going with the Scream Factory box set version of Amityville, 1979. Number 3, I need to find the steelbook. It's somewhere in that mess over there. I didn't have time to go through everything, so I'm going to use this as a visual. We got Jaws. Yeah, Jaws is a really good film. I mean, I know people think it's overrated, but it did well in the box office. It kept people out of the oceans for a while, so just for that effect alone, it should be on your list. Number 2, probably the one film that scared the absolute crap out of me at a very young age. I've seen it on everybody's list. And it just turned 50 last year. Got The Exorcist. Again, I have the 4K somewhere in that mess. So right now, I got the classic anthology there. And my number one, which again, I hear a lot of people say it's overrated, but it started a franchise, and it still lives on today, even though everyone knows the last trilogy wasn't exactly the greatest in the world. But anyway, from 1978, we have the original Halloween. And with that, that is my list. So, comment down below what you thought of my list. If you think these films are overrated, underrated. I threw a lot of stuff that people don't know about in my list as well. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys later. Bye.